right, it is about 1:30 in the afternoon on day 20. Just hit over 21 miles so far for today, and once again the weather is beautiful. Well, it's 2 days in a row, so but I think there's a chance of some rain this evening, so hopefully that won't be too bad. So the plan for the rest of the day is to get my mail drop at Woods Hole Hostel, which is like 4.5 miles away, so maybe an hour and a half or so I'll be there. Plug in my phone and my brick for a few minutes, organize my food, and get on out of there and get another, I'd say 6 or 7 in, and then hopefully get my tent set up before the rain starts. And the rain shouldn't be too bad, but I just don't want to set up my tent in the rain. But, you know, it is what it is if it happens. And then I called REI this morning and had them send me a new Uber Light. And I'm pretty close to Pearisburg. I'll be there tomorrow morning. And, you know, they couldn't guarantee that if we did the overnight shipping, that it'd be there in the morning. So the last thing I wanted was, you know, to have to wait around in Pearisburg all day for a sleeping pad. So I had them send it to Catawba, which is maybe 85 miles away from where I am right now. And I should be there Saturday. Today's Wednesday. And their post office has terrible hours. Post office is only open between 8 and 10:30 a.m. So I have to be in Catawba by then, which shouldn't be a problem. So, yeah, so kind of have a strict schedule for the next few days. And then hopefully I'll stay at Four Pines Hostel, which is like 80 miles up the trail, Friday night. So if I can do another 10 to 15 today, well, I'd like to have it be less than 70, so I'd only need to do low 30s to get there Friday, but we'll see. See what happens with the weather tonight, and I can always make up the miles if I have to. So that's the plan. That's what's going on, and yeah, we'll check back in later. Excited to check out the hostel. Wanted to stay there. Originally had planned on it, but getting held up by the weather, it's just not really going to fit into the plans. So, yeah, it is what it is, and we'll keep rolling. So, yeah, another good day on the AT. All right, so it's probably around 3:30 right now. I just realized I've not done an update for day 21 here. Have about just over 24 miles in for the day, and I would like to do about another 13 where there's a shelter, and I might be getting in pretty close to dark, but we had some rain this morning and like a little sprinkle a couple hours ago, but it should be sunshine for the rest of the day, so I think I can make that last 13, which would be like a high 30s. Definitely getting on the right side of that 31.3 that I need to average, so that would be good. But yeah, and then the plan is to get to Four Pines Hostel tomorrow, which will be another like mid 30s, and hopefully I won't be getting in there too late. So I really want to make sure I can push a big day today, and then that'll set me up to be really close to Catawba to swap out that sleeping pad. I only have to do one more night tonight on my sleeping pad that I have. Last night wasn't so bad with it, but you know, I'll fall asleep and then a couple hours later I'll wake up on rocks essentially. So looking forward to that new pad, but you know, I was feeling pretty sleepy on the trail today, so I'm sure I could sleep just on the floor in the shelter if I had to. So yeah, and would like to get into a spot in the shelter, especially getting in late, just so I don't have to set up my tent. I can just hike. You know, it doesn't take me long to set up my tent, but I don't know, just a little bit simpler. And the weather's nice, so I should be able to get a spot. So I was gonna do another 4.5 down to the next shelter, but I wouldn't have been there until about 9. And I came out to this view up here and saw this massive rain cloud. It's gone now, but it looked like we're about to just get pounded. So I just decided to throw up my tent as quickly as I could. And by the time we did that, the storm has totally passed. But oh well. So I'm gonna have dinner up here. I think it's called the Wind Rock, and it is pretty windy. Probably hear that. And just have a relaxing evening. I pushed hard today. The miles were slow. It was pretty rocky, and that means that tomorrow I will have to get up pretty early and do, I think, 39 miles to get to Four Pines. And I really do want to get there just for the reason of plugging in my electronics, because I need to make a Catawba on Saturday morning, and I just don't know like when else I'll get to charge them. And I don't want to be sitting around Catawba for hours waiting for it to charge, so it's like I need to find somewhere to plug my charger in overnight. So yeah, that's the plan. Try to get a really early start tomorrow, and hopefully the trail will be forgiving enough to get in these miles, because tomorrow's going to be a really long day. Fortunately, the weather should be really nice, so just enjoy this view, have a relaxing evening, and try to get some good sleep tonight. So that's the plan. So we got this really nice view if I go out to those rocks, but I would have to jump over that. It doesn't seem too scary, but I'm gonna pass on that one. Just not worth it. All right, it's probably around 10 a.m. here on day 22. Absolutely beautiful. I don't think there's a cloud in the sky this morning. Nice and cool too, so great day to get the miles in. I already had about 12.5 in for today, and not really sure where I'm going to be at the end of the day. And if I do get to Four Pines, I would be about 39.9 according to gut hooks, and then it's a little bit off trail. So I don't know if I'm going to quite get there today, but I have to be at the Catawba Post Office before 10 tomorrow. So that's only, I think, probably 30 something from here. So that should be doable. So at the very least, I should get a mid-30 in today if I don't get down to Four Pines. But the tricky thing is just keeping resupplied and keeping everything charged. You know, I thought there was a grocery store in Catawba, and there is, but it's like 2 miles away from where the post office is. So that's super frustrating. Being a little bit low on food. I've just been so hungry. It's hard to describe. Like I'm not like feeling hungry, but it's like when I sit down to eat, I can just keep eating. And when I got my last mail drop, I had 2, I think they're 18-ounce jars of peanut butter. I ate like 3/4 of one in just one sitting. So I was just so hungry. So I don't know. I'd love to get more peanut butter, because now I'm like rationing the one that I have, and I'm rationing my toothpaste. So yeah, need a grocery store, and hopefully I can make what I have last until Daleville. So that is a plan, and we'll see what happens, but definitely really happy about the weather today. So we'll try to take advantage of that as much as we can and get the miles in. So we'll check back in later. So this is a keeper oak. I think they said it's like the largest tree on the AT. And I put my trekking poles down there just for some perspective, because I'm by myself, can't really stand there, but man, it is wide. Look at that. Wow, it's an amazing view here. So about 29 miles in here on day 22. So the plan for the rest of the day, excuse me, is to do about another 11 miles. It's just after 4:30 right now, so 11 miles should be doable in about 4 hours if I can make good time. We'll see. The trail's easy right now, but Dragon's Tooth section is supposed to be a little bit more slow going. But do the 11 miles, and then one direction on the road in like 0.3 or something, there is a little convenience store. So I'm going to do a small resupply there. And then I think 0.5 the other way from the trail on the road is Four Pines Hostel. So I'm planning to make it there tonight, which would be a 39.9 on gut hooks, but a 40-mile day. And then I guess like 41 if you count the little extra running around I'm gonna have to do once I get down to the road. And I am hoping to be there before 10 p.m. tonight. So this is gonna be my longest day for sure, but that'll set me up for only 6 miles to the road for the Catawba Post Office, and it's only like a mile down the road, so if to do a road walk, it's not a big deal. Probably just get to the road and stick up my thumb. Hopefully I'll get lucky, but you know, a mile on the road, it's not a huge deal. And then get to Daleville sometime tomorrow evening, and then do a full resupply. And then if I stay at the hostel tonight, I'll be charged up. I'm completely dead. You can see I'm plugged in right now with my Garmin, and it's on fumes basically. So yeah, that's the plan for the rest of the day. But yeah, the weather's beautiful and we're pushing big miles, so things are good right now. Check back in later. 700 miles. Dragon's Tooth. I'm not climbing up it. Wow. All right, so just probably around 6:30 a.m. here on day 23, and I did make it to Four Pines Hostel at 9:57 last night. Apparently they have a very strict lights out policy at 10, so the manager there was giving me the really fast rundown right before the lights went out, and then I had the probably the healthiest dinner I've ever had, which was a combination of peanut butter, trail mix, and ice cream. Oh my goodness, it's getting bad. But yeah, and I can feel myself losing the weight too. We're over 700 miles into this, and yesterday, like, I was really having to tighten the hip belt to keep it on. It's fitting differently, and I did have some pack burn, but nothing bad. Just try to stay on top of that. So for today, and this is kind of stressful, we should be at the Catawba Post Office on time this morning, which is good, even if I do have to road walk it the entire way. But I just checked the tracking, and the tracking says that my Uber Light is supposed to be delivered on the 15th. So I'm hoping that, you know, it's there. It just didn't get updated on the tracking. I don't know what's going on, or it'll get delivered early this morning, because with our goofy hours, and it was supposed to be delivered yesterday when I spoke to the girl at REI on Wednesday. So a little bit stressful, but you know, all I can do now is walk there and hope for the best. And I mean, worst case scenario, I'm not waiting around for Monday for it, is just eat the cost, which would suck. But I'm sure we can figure something out if I could bounce it forward, or just straight up return it to REI and then figure it out with them. So yeah, because they're like REI, yeah, they are very helpful. They want to make their customers happy. So I'm sure I could figure that out, but a little stressful this morning. And then I should be in Daleville sometime this evening. And we also have McAfee Knob and Tinker Cliffs today, and it should be another beautiful day. So hopefully I can get that iconic picture on McAfee Knob. And yeah, we'll check back in when we figure out what the heck happens with my sleeping pad. So little bit of suspense today. All right, so the sleeping pad exchange was a success. It said it wasn't delivered just because, you know, it's like one person working there, and it was just in a pile and it wasn't scanned, so sent back the old one. And now I am road walking about the mile or so back up to the trailhead, and the gap we were at was the parking lot for McAfee Knob, so hopefully I might have some luck sticking out my thumb to get back. So it's a road walk up the hill. It's kind of windy, but I don't see any cars coming right now, so yeah, we'll see. Check back in later. We got like 19 miles to here comes a car. Got like 19 miles to Daleville. Oh, no luck. I am terrible at hitchhiking. Alright. Yeah, I'm looking forward to McAfee Knob though. I'll have lunch up there. That'll be sweet. Alright, so we're only like a mile away from Daleville right now, and I'm pretty excited to get to the grocery store. The last 10 miles or so has been pretty dry. I got water at the last shelter and, you know, tried to drink as much as I could, but it's definitely the warmest day it's been in a while, and I've gotten pretty dehydrated, so I'm desperately thirsty right now. And, you know, the Kroger should have a water fountain, and I'm just gonna sit by that for a while, and it's gonna be amazing. So, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to Daleville, getting some town food, and then, I don't know, hike maybe a couple miles out. This evening, it's probably gonna be about 6 when I get down there, so maybe out of there by 7:30. Hike for a couple miles and camp somewhere is the plan. And then we'll be in Northern Virginia.